I'm an immigrant from Eastern Europe, and if anybody would have told me 10 years ago that I would come a day where I would live in America and American citizens would be in favor of communism, I would have laughed in their face. Why do you think US citizens, man, are in favor of communism in America? It feels that it's getting more and more.
What country are you from?
Romania.
Romania. So I'm curious, what would your message be to young socialists that don't know what communism is?
If you don't learn from history, nothing will save you.
Let me ask you, your family grew up in Romania and had to go through all those horrors.
Yeah.
And most people are totally unfamiliar with the actual suffering, the actual difficulty, the actual issues that people had because of communism. And it's very interesting that Americans that have never had to wait in bread lines, until now, that have never had to actually understand what suffering is, they are very quick to try to shut down and shout down opinions they disagree with.
I used to have to do projects on how communism is great and even worship people like Mao and Stalin. I used to agree with these points until I immigrated to America. And I changed my mind after coming here and realized that after seeing all the opportunities that I have here, that just isn't the way to go. So my question is, how can we make our educational environment in America healthier?
It angers me, because I have to be lectured at times by uppity class white liberals that socialism is the answer. And you lived it. And Brazil's a beautiful country with great people, but it's a broken country, and that's a fact. So why is it? Why is Brazil not America? Well, we have an amazing constitution and a tradition for things that they don't have in Brazil. Private property rights, entrepreneurship, impartial courts, checks and balances, separation of powers. You need to tell as many Americans as possible the hell that Marxism can bring to this country.
As you might hear, I'm from Germany. My family, in the last 110 years, has been through a monarchy. They've been through fascism, fascism, and socialism. And take a wild guess which system they like the most. Yes, it was freedom. When I came to the United States in 2018 as a student here, I saw the US as like a beacon of freedom in the world. And I'm afraid that the US is not what it's like supposed to be anymore.
I want to just emphasize this point. I'm going to ask you a question in a second, which is we have foreign students coming to America, fleeing totalitarianism through many generations, to go be taught by our professors and bullied by our young people that they don't know what tyranny is. Did you ever expect to come to an American university and have to be taught what socialism actually is?
Exactly, I never expected that. The first thing I saw when I went into my faculty, right, one of the history professors, he had a picture of Karl Marx in front of it, of Karl Marx. Where I'm from, I got taught about Marxism and all that, and people here worshiping Karl Marx, in the US, I can't believe it. Absolutely wild. How?
Well, I'll say this, that I hope Americans start to wake up and realize that what they are trying to bring into this country, what they are trying to implement, has already not been tried, but there is a horror show in their wake. You love America more than most Americans do.